Welcome. Today I bring you the preview of the next chapter of The Ambassador's Daughter. Nair takes Geddes and Moog to her new house, where Elvan is organizing all her things. Geddes asks Nair why she left the other house. She answers that house is very expensive. So Geddes asks her if she paid a small part and Sanjar paid the rest on the sly. Nair answers that it is so and that because of Elvan she realized the deception. So she decided to find a house where she did not have to depend on Sanjar. At that moment Geddes receives a call from Sanjar. So Nair asks Geddes not to tell her anything about the move. Geddes asks why. Since Sanjar is going to have to find out anyway in order to see Melek, Nair says that he still wants a few days to pass before telling him. So Geddes accepts and answers Sanjar's call. He scared tells him that Nair has disappeared, explaining that he has gone to the house he rented for her and there was nothing. He comments that he called the port to locate her but there they only told him that Nair left with Moog. So he is worried that Nair has found out about Menex's pregnancy and therefore left with his daughter. Geddes says that it is not possible and that he will investigate about it. As Geddes hangs up he tells Nair that Sanjar is distraught at not finding them in the house, so he asks her to come talk to him as soon as she can and leaves with Moog. Meanwhile Sanjar remembers with sadness the times when Nair complained to him for having married Menek. At that moment he receives a call from Geddes, where he tells him that he really knows where Nair is. But he couldn't tell him anything because he had her in front of him. Sanjar worriedly asks if Nair found out about Menex's pregnancy. But Geddes tells him that she hasn't yet and that she left because she found out about the rental scam, so he should go talk to her and tell her everything before she finds out from someone else. As hangs up, Moog upset she asks Geddes if Sanjar will then have a child with Menek and Nair doesn't know yet. Geddes gets out of the car, so Moog asks him if he is okay. Geddes replies that maybe Akin was right. Moog asks him if he means he wanted Sanjar to kill Akin so he would go to jail and he could stay with Nair. Geddes replies that is not it, but that he is glad Menek is pregnant because that way Nair would be disappointed in Sanjar. In the evening Sanjar arrives at Nair's house and knocks on the door. She opens the door and when she sees him she throws him out upset, but he asks her not to do that and asks her if she is angry about the rent or because she didn't go to the cabin. Nair says that she is not in a position to choose one of the two reasons. Sanjar says she is right to be angry and swears he will tell her why he couldn't go to the cottage, but first he wants Melek to go to sleep. Nair asks him why he lied to her about the rent. He admits his mistake and apologizes, talks about the house, making Nair laugh. So she agrees to call Melek to see her father. Sanjar enters the house and hugs Melek. Then talks to Elvan. She tells him how she found that house, joking about selling her bracelets, so Sanjar asks her if Yaya sends him money. Nair replies that Elvan doesn't need Yaya's money and Elvan confirms it by saying she doesn't want anything from him, and comments that Yaya doesn't call her or talk to her, so nothing will change if he gives her money or not. Meanwhile Yaya is on his date with Dudu. They talk about what they want in their lives and Yaya tells Dudu how Halis married him to Elvan. As they leave the restaurant Dudu asks to be the one to drive, but Yaya insists no, so they start playing games to snatch the car keys, making them almost kiss, so Dudu walks away and gets in the car without saying anything. Sanjar is with Melek, Elvan and Nair, when he gets a text from Menek, making him feel bad that she is worried about his baby while he is with Nair, so Sanjar goes to say goodbye to Melek. Elvan goes to sleep after joking with Nair about Sanjar. Menek calls Halis and keeps throwing in her face that she kicked her out of the house but now she seems to care a lot about her. Halis tells her that as long as she has her grandchild in her womb and that is the only reason she has allowed her to come back. So angry Atik asks if she plans to kick Menek out in case the baby dies. Gulsier scoffs at that, but Menek says that as long as she is in that condition Atik will stay in the mansion as she is the only one she can trust. Halis replies that they don't have a room for her, so Menek replies that they can give her Gulsiers. Gulsier then asks her where she will stay. Menek replies that she will have to go to the annex, or she will leave the mansion with Atik and they will all have to take responsibility if anything happens to the baby, so Gulsier annoyed agrees. Halis leaves with Gulsier, while Menek and Atik tease them. Halise tells Gulsier that there is no need for her to go to the annex as she can stay with her, but Gulsier replies that she will go with Elvan because the atmosphere in the mansion is ruined. Halise asks her to go and prepare soup for Manek for the sake of the baby, so she reluctantly agrees. Nekdet goes to see Manek at the mansion and Loki takes him in his car. There Nekdet warns Loki not to do anything and pretend not to know Manek. He accepts and says he just wants to check that Manek is okay, since the last time he saw her she was bleeding, so he doesn't plan to do anything wrong and there is nothing to worry about, so Nekdet takes him inside. Gulsier receives them and lets them see Manek. They both enter so Manek when she sees Loki gets scared. He sits next to her, while Gulsier spies on them, realizing that Loki has something with Manek. Manek asks Nekdet why he took Loki to see her. He replies that he had no choice as he was planning to go to the Force anyway. Loki says he wanted to see that his wife was okay. Worried Manek tells Loki that her condition is serious and she could lose her baby if she has stress so no one can see him there. So Loki agrees to leave. Manek angrily asks Nekdet if he found Nair's number, but Nekdet replies that by Sanjar's orders he won't do anything against Nair or else he will lose his salary. So Manek angrily throws the hot soup at him, burning him. Gulsier follows Loki to make a deal with him. Malak falls asleep so Sanjar goes to talk to Nair. He comments that he was very scared when she appeared at the wedding, as for him it is impossible to forget her and for a moment he thought they could be together, but he was too afraid to believe her and swears to her that he did not marry to betray her. Nair asks him to stop, but Sanjar says it is necessary to tell her everything. At that moment Manek calls Sanjar but he doesn't answer. Nair asks him if Manek came back to the mansion and if that's why he didn't go to see her at the cabin. She says that after all Manek is his wife and he should go home with her, but Sanjar reveals to her that Manek is pregnant, so disappointed Nair doesn't say anything. Sanjar asks her to say something. Nair says that when she was pregnant with Melek and while she was growing up he was never there. She says that during the day she wonders if she will see him even for a few seconds and that it makes her emotional. Also that even though she repeats 1,000 times that she will never forgive him she always looks for a reason to do so. But that he is married to a woman he threw out while pregnant, and that now that he is becoming the father that Melek is also having another child with another woman. He says that she has endured many things but she can't take so much. Sanjar asks her what she means. Nair answers that she is not going to deal with someone who didn't think about the consequences of what she did. Sanjar says that he has only loved her, but Nair takes him by the hand and leads him to the exit and closes the door. And so we end this preview, until next time.